Hi folks, 21st Century Caveman here, hope everybody's well and thank you for joining me today. So today I've just got a small project in mind which I've been thinking about for a short while now, and it's to make a hobo stove. I've made hobo stoves in the past. I think the last one I made was about 2 or 3 years ago, and it was made from a can of some description. I think it was an old custard canister, something like that, I can't actually remember. It worked quite well, but there's quite a bit of work involved. But anyway, when I moved house, I found this, okay, and immediately I had an idea for it. This is, as you can see from the label on the bottom, this is an Ikea Cutlery Tidy. I'm not sure how easy you can see that, just bear with me. There is actually a code number on the bottom here. Whoops. Okay, 300.118.32. So this is something which you can purchase from Ikea. I had a quick look on the website before coming out here, and you can currently buy these for about £2.50. Okay, so they're made of stainless steel, very sturdy actually, and you know, I think looking at this, I mean, straight away I think it lends itself to a hobo stove. Reason being that it's a decent size. We'll take some measurements in a moment. You've got lots of holes perforating the outside area and also underneath, so you know you're going to get a decent amount of oxygen getting to the fuel there, and it's just a nice container which can hopefully be very easily modified in order to make you know, an efficient and practical hobo stove. So what we'll do then, we'll just take a few measurements. Okay. Oh, by the way, just thought I'd just, before we do that, I'll just take you through some of the items which I've actually got with me here today, which I may or may not need. We'll just see how we go with this, but I'm just going to reset the camera and just take you through them. Right, okay, so got a pair of safety gloves just to protect my hands. I've got a decent pair of tin snips. I'm not sure whether I'll be using these or whether or not I'll be using a junior hacksaw. We'll have to see how we go. My preference would be to use this because hopefully I'm going to get some cleaner lines. I've got a pair of pliers which I may or may not need depending on how things go. Got a tape measure just to take some measurements and just to get a straight line to identify the opening where, you know, we're going to put the fuel in. And I've also got a permanent marker. Obviously we've already talked about the actual container, and I've also got some small items here which we may or may not need. We'll see how things go, which may actually, you know, make some decent feet which we can attach to the underside of the container. So basically we'll just see how we go. I mean, it might be the case that this can just rest on any surface, but we'll see how we go. So I'm just going to reset the camera and we'll get started. So I think what I'm going to do, see if I can bend this around here, is to just use this permanent marker, try and use a permanent marker just to identify where I'm actually going to cut this. What we'll do, look, shall we have a line down here? And let's extend it. So I think probably if we probably take it to about there. Perhaps we'll go something like that. Okay. In terms of the actual the height of the actual opening, I'm thinking that we should perhaps, let's have a little think, yeah, probably something like that. So what we'll do, we'll take it from there. In fact, actually, we don't want to take it from there because it's going to leave lots of jagged pieces. I think what we'll do, actually, we'll take it from there. Okay, we'll run a line down there, because obviously we don't want this thing to be too big. In fact, actually I'm not even going to mess around with that because it's just far too difficult. All I want to do is just to sort of identify where the opening's going to be. Okay, so let's take it down there, and we shall come down there. Okay, so that's what my proposal is, just to try and cut out this opening here, just to enable us to be able to put fuel in there. Right, okay, I'm back again. I've just got one of these kneeling mats, and hopefully that'll stop this thing sliding around. Let's try something slightly different. Right, okay, that looks as if it might come off with a bit of a pinch. Right, that's what I'm after. Right, okay, so this is where we're at the moment then. We're nearly there. So I just want to have a look at to see whether or not it's worthwhile putting some feet on here. I've got some items which I'm just going to attach to the bottom of this, just to see whether or not it might be an advantage. Just bear with me. Right, okay then, so what I've got here, look, as you can see, little 90-degree brackets, okay, screw, washer, little nut on the end there, and I did wonder whether or not it might be worth putting some small feet on here, just to help raise it off the ground, just to enable a little bit more oxygen to get underneath, and to help it burn a bit more sort of efficiently. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just unscrew these, and just to see what we end up with. I mean, obviously I need to try this out in practice. I need to try it out in the field to see, you know, which method works best. I suppose these feet also, if the ground's a little bit uneven, it might help you to actually get a bit of purchase on the ground, just to help you, you know, secure the thing a little bit better so it doesn't rock around. Obviously it could be quite dangerous if you've got a kettle full of water on there or something or other, or some hot food, and it spills over. And already this is starting to inspire a little bit more confidence, and that is absolutely super. So what I'm going to do is to just tighten those screws up using the old backhoe. Okay, so they're nice and tight now. Let's put that to one side. Get a shot of those. Yeah, that's really nice and stable now. That's a lot better. Okay, so this is what we've got. Okay. Very stable indeed. That's absolutely lovely. I'm well happy with that. Okay, so yeah, these should enable it to you to find your level a little bit better if you're on an even ground. In fact, what I'm going to do actually, I'm just going to take it down onto the lawn and just see what it's like on there. Bear with me. Yeah, that's working an absolute treat. That's really securing that very well indeed. So I'm actually really pleased with that. That's really good. I like that. That is not going to blow over. That's very, very stable indeed.